Welcome back on board the MSC Grandiosa. I've been on board for a couple days now, and there's already quite a few daily videos from this ship on my channel, so make sure you check those out if you're interested. Today, I wanted to show you around the cabin, and we're in Malta, and I have to tell you, it is hot. People, it is, what is it? It's October 9th, and it is hot outside. I've got the balcony closed here, and just the power of the sun coming through the glass into my cabin is making me sweat. So let me show you around this cabin so I can get on up to the pool. For all those of you who are looking away from the screen right now, this is 13242, a standard balcony cabin.
I stay alive because I feel ready now.
If you've been watching my daily vlogs, you know this is not the original cabin that I had. The original cabin I had when I boarded the ship ended like where the couch was, and the couch was 2 bunk beds, and that was the entire cabin. So I obviously asked for a different cabin, and this is where I am. There's a good view of it. You can see where I came in there. There's the bathroom. We'll check that out in a second. Closet with safe and drawers. There are more drawers. There is a sofa that turns into a bed. And here's my bed with this really cute towel animal today. One positive thing to note is there are USB outlets on both sides of the bed. You all know the more I travel, the more I get around, the more I realize that this is like in 2020, there needs to at least be outlets on each side of the bed, if not USB ports. So good job, MSC. I'll show you the other side of the closet here. The one door is kind of sticky. Listen to this. There we go. There is a little bit of a shelf in here, and then some space for shoes down there, but I've got my shoes over here. I just find it easier. Taking a look at more storage and the sort of workspace here, some cubbies, 1, 2, 3, 4 drawers. The top drawer has the hairdryer in it. What's in here? Nothing. So there's another drawer for makeup and things like that. Here's a mirror. There's 2 or 3 shelves actually next to the mirror, and a mini bar. The mini bar here is not included, but it's nice to have a fridge to just keep anything cold that you might want to have cold. And let me show you this brilliant space-saving idea. I actually do think this is a really good idea because sometimes it's nice to have a coffee table here in front of the sofa, but it also gets in the way if it's there all the time. So it parks in here, and you can take it out and put it where you want. And then underneath that fits right in this space, is also a little seat, so you can like sit across from each other, or you can sit on this when you're working at the desk or putting on your makeup, or whatever you're gonna do here. Here on the desk, there's also 2 USB ports, 2 American-style outlets. On the other side, there's 2 European-style outlets, as well as Zoe, the personal assistant. Okay, Zoe. Turn on the television, please. Look at that. It's kind of a cool gimmick. I haven't really found any sort of necessities that I need that for yet. I've tried to, like if you want to book theater tickets or something, at the moment you have to have a reservation to do all those kind of things on the ship, and she can't do that. She says, well, if you want to book tickets, then do it over the app. So what she can do is turn on the television. She can, I don't know, can she turn on the lights? Hey, okay, Zoe. Turn off the lights. She can't do that either. Like I said, it's a cool gimmick, but I'm not really quite sure why she's here. And I'm sure you're dying to know about the bathroom. It is Morgan approved, which means it has a real traditional style door that closes all the way. Yay! By the way, since we're here next to the door, it's the kind of room where you gotta put a card in to get the electricity to go on. This is the do not disturb and make up the room sign, so I like it this way because nobody can tamper with it, you know, like if you turn on do not disturb, nobody on the outside can flip the sign over to mess with you, which happens sometimes. And here's the thermostat for the room, but we wanted to look at the bathroom. And here it is. It's a traditional size cruise ship bathroom. I wouldn't say it's bigger or smaller. It's, you know, just basically average. One thing I do like about it is it's very bright. It's actually the brightest space on the entire cabin, or in the entire cabin, and we'll talk about that when I go back outside. Storage shelves on this side. More space for your stuff down here. It's a glass cabin for the shower, and you know, it looks big, but it feels cramped. And you guys know I'm not a big guy, and if I feel cramped in here, you're gonna definitely feel cramped. You just gotta be careful, you know, when you're turning around and going to soap up your hair and stuff, that you don't bang your elbows on the handles and stuff like that. But, you know, that's one disadvantage of having a hard cabin, is that you're kind of stuck and confined in that space. Whereas if you have a curtain, then you're a little bit more, you know, free to move around, I guess. But then a curtain always ends up sticking to you, and that's not fun either. We'll go take a quick look at the balcony. There it is. I would say, you know, pretty standard size. I've definitely had a little bit deeper balconies, and I've had maybe a little bit skinnier balconies, but it's adequate. By the way, it's not raining outside. If you see drops coming down, they put a note on everybody's cabin that they're cleaning the balconies today, so that's what that is. I was able to move all my chairs and table over to one side and then lay out some towels and lay down flat on the balcony, and I'm 5'5", and there was still enough space for the chairs. It's probably like 7 feet wide maybe, and probably about 3 feet, you know, maybe a meter deep, maybe a little bit more. Totally adequate. This is the third MSC ship that I've cruised on. First one being the Magnifica, then the Meraviglia, and now the Grandiosa. And any kind of criticism that I've ever had about cruising with MSC never has to do with the design of the ship. The design and the functionality and everything of the ship and the spaces is pretty good. And the only other thing I can say about this, about the cabin specifically, is it feels kind of dark. You know, even though the sun is shining outside and it's shining in here, because of the colors and because I feel like the ceiling is kind of low, it feels just a little bit cavernous. However, if you're cruising on this in the Caribbean or in the Mediterranean in the summer, that's a good thing. It's a good thing that it's a little bit dark and a little bit shady in here, because, I mean, like I said, it's October today here in, in the south of Italy, or, you know, on Malta, and it's probably 78 degrees outside. So it's nice to come in here and have it be, a little bit shady. On the other hand, you could say, oh, it's nice that it's, kind of dim compared to the bright sun outside. But on the other side, you can say it seems dark. Wherever you're watching this from, I hope that soon you will be able to be on a cruise ship again as well. I know here in Europe, things are getting better and better for us. In other parts of the world, it's not the same way, but please hang in there, and hopefully soon you will get to be back someplace like this as well too. I know many of you watching this right now probably aren't able to book a cruise at the moment, or if you are, it's not until, for several months into 2021. But if you are planning on cruising with MSC, let me know in the comments below. If you have any extra questions, write them down there. I try to get to a lot of questions. The more my channel gains momentum again, the more difficult it gets to answer every question. But a lot of times people ask questions that have already been answered also. So take a look through the comments as well. Maybe you'll see your question answered. And you can also write to me on Facebook and Instagram under a post or through a private message. I guess they call them DMs nowadays, right? Hit me up in the DMs, and I can try to help you as well.